Hi, my name is Sierra Drew, and this is my 2019 climb of the Sierra High Route, a year that saw 230% snowpack. What is the Sierra High Route? It's 195 miles of cool, crisp, clean, clear mountain air, 115 miles of cross-country traversing, and 38 mountain passes. The High Route isn't for everyone, but if it's for you, I hope you go out there and get it. Also, just so I know whether or not I'm supposed to keep making videos, please subscribe and hit the bell notification below. As of this video currently, I have no subscribers, so, well, I guess that's that. Join me as we tackle the high route together.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Conte, I don't know. Welcome to a ranger station out in the middle of nowhere. We're going to take off our boots here. We've been going for about 9 hours or so. We're tired. And our feet are wet. Socks are wet. I might go another 3 or 4 miles up the Ducey Basin, but I'm not really sure about that. Nor do I care while I got this Adirondack chair. I may be doing the high route, but that doesn't mean that I'm, immune to, the finer things of life. Anyway, while I was here, I stumbled across a note. And this note was written today. Let's see if we can get up close on it. There we go. Alright. I'm going to read you this note. Because oh boy, that feels good. My little feetsies are hurting. I'm tired from not sleeping enough last night, and well, quite frankly, I may just sleep here tonight. Now let's for this note. Notes from a mostly failing Sierra High Route attempt. This is very good information. Grouse Lake Pass, Goat Crest Saddle. Passable with snow. Snow clears at 10,500 feet as of 7/13/2019. So I will be crossing that, Lord willing, on the 23rd or something. Skipped Gray, Red, and White and Frozen Lakes Pass. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little curious about this one. To me, the whole allure of anyway, just seemed a little odd to me. Frozen Lake Pass is supposed to be on par or harder than or equal to or less than Snow Tongue. They're like, they kind of are the same. And frankly, I would actually put the way that I went up Stanton close to there as well. So here on 7/18 says climb Cirque Pass. Had to retreat. So Cirque Pass is the last of the passes that I'll be attempting. When would that be? A couple days from now. So my plan is to rest today, get in position to climb in the Palisades, get in position tomorrow. So I'll do Knapsack Pass and Potluck Pass and half of Bishop Pass tomorrow, Lord willing. And then we'll get up in that saddle there, and I'm going to give Toulomne, North Palisade, and Starlight a shot. We'll see how that goes. And then exiting the Palisade region, you'd go over Cirque Pass. So, getting back to the note, climbed Cirque Pass, had to retreat 7/18. Class 2 slabs impassable due to wide moats. I'm very curious what he means by wide moats. Impassable due to wide moats. Snow bridge across lake outlet collapsed. Other descents to lake require class 3 exposure over steep snow and bad runout. Runout? Are you bringing a rope? Now, the whole point of the high route is that it is not mountaineering. The book says very specifically, this route requires no mountaineering. That would mean no ropes, technically that would also mean no ice axe. Why everybody and their grandmother has an ice axe? Kinda beyond me, but whatever. Takeaways. Alpine starts are essential. Alright, I think we know this. Crampons and ice axe are essential. I disagree. I have now, tomorrow I will have done 4/5 of the high route, as well as Mount Ritter, and I can honestly say that one time I think I wanted to have an ice axe, but even then it wouldn't have been worth carrying it the whole way. Route finding experience in snow essential. Well, looky here. I've got 12 days of route finding in snow experience. Right, man? Now, let's be honest. When I first started my route finding experience in wherever, it was pretty poor. But I will say that it has gotten mildly better. Not a lot better, but mildly better. So, here's my takeaways from what this guy wrote. Because you got to remember that one of the reasons nobody's really out here doing this right now is because of fear-mongering. Now, if he thinks this is bad, wait until he gets up and over and leaves the 2.5 miles of bushwhacking from the JMT switchback. That was probably one of the hardest parts of the whole damn trip, honestly. But after that, he's gonna go up Snow Tongue Pass. He's gonna be all fine and dandy, and he's gonna look down. And what he sees when he looks down, based upon what I'm reading in this note here, Tally, I'm assuming it's a guy. But Tally, you have very nice handwriting, so maybe girl. Whatever. I think climbing down Snow Tongue Pass would be infinitely worse than climbing up it. I mean, like, for real. Climbing down that thing would literally be terrifying. And of course, even if they get down Snow Tongue Pass, unlikely, to be honest. Tally, this is not hating on you. Not hating on you. I just wish I would have been here to chat. You left the note today, 7/19, and today is 7/19. Did I pass you on the trail? I was the guy in the brown hat. It's like a bad classified section. Finishing the note, route finding experience in snow, underlined, essential, ... exclamation point. Good luck to others taking a crack at it. Travel safe. Tally. Alright, so we have to make some ascensions. Some ascensions. We've got to make some assumptions, I think, reading this. Now, we all know that assumption is going to make an ass out of you and me, but being that this is about as fresh beta as I'm going to get, and being that I have this big old giant Adirondack chair, and being that I'm not leaving anytime soon, let's see here. I'm going to dry my socks real quick. So, I guess what assumptions can we take away? Well, we can take the first of all that Tally, whoever Tally might be, is not... I got suckered in. I'm going to say I got suckered into this because I think your average person, they should read what's in the high route and be terrified. I mean, right? Like, I've had probably a good 15 or 20, like 30-hour epics in the mountains. And every day on the high route resembles something like that. And if you're not prepared to move 12 to 15 hours every single day, when you're en route, I mean, so I'm fortunate because today I'm on the last map page of this section. Moving into the first map page of the next section. And I don't know how many people are going to find this handy or whatever, but we're talking about the high route. And the high route, like, look guys, Tally, the proverbial Tally. High route's hard. Like, it's crazy hard. It's legitimately crazy hard. Okay. So we're going to take a look at this map here. Now hopefully tomorrow I'll be in Ducey Basin. What that will mean... There we go. The big concern that he was saying is Cirque Pass. Now I'm looking at Cirque Pass and I'm saying... looks pretty easy to me. It says that the climbed Cirque Pass had to retreat via the Class 2 slabs. Grassy ledges. Alright. Now, his argument was that the snow bridge across the lake outlet had collapsed. Other descents to lake require Class 3 exposure over steep snow and bad runout. Now, pardon my French, but like, tough shit. Like, yeah. Yeah, so you got like an 80-foot drop. That's why you walk around the lake. So, apparently he does not have an ice axe. Apparently he does not have the crampons. And I don't even think you need crampons. I think crampons are completely overkill for the high route. I mean, a pair of microspikes do me just fine. So outlet to lake is bad. Well, that's fine. I don't see anything. Because I actually, well, and this is actually kind of a jerk move on my part, because I'm actually planning on camping I'm planning on circumnavigating the lake anyways, because I'm going to give Polomium and North a shot and Starlight. So the bad part about this is you didn't really give me anything that's useful. All I know is that I can descend Skurka Pass. All I know is that, technically speaking, the Tally Mountaineers of the world are able to descend Skurka Pass. So that's good. It's good to know that if I get there, I am in the clear. So no need to worry there. The bummer part is that he told me nothing about Potluck Pass, Knapsack Pass. So he went over and he doesn't leave any notes on Mather. This guy, I'm starting to get like kind of a little bit irritated by this guy because Goat Crest Saddle. Here's what he says about Goat Crest. Grouse Lake Pass, Goat Crest Saddle, passable with snow. For the record, those two passes are supposed to kind of be like gimmies. Like, hey, welcome to the high route. So I guess it's nice to know that once I get over to Horseshoe Lakes, I'm in the clear. What I don't have any clue with is so he goes over Grouse Lake, right? He goes over Grouse Lake, which is here. Then he goes over to Goat Crest, which is here. Great. How on earth did he manage to get from there, and then he skipped all of this and magically appears on the other side of this map over here? I mean, there's no technical way to get from Grouse Lake Pass and Goat Pass to Tally. You're gonna have to hit me up and ask me a couple questions, because I'm looking at this, and now I see that you skipped Gray, Red, White, and Frozen Lake Pass. So again, going back at it, he skipped the entire page. Which I think y'all know how, by this point, how I feel about people skipping entire pages of things. Don't say you did the Sierra High Route if you can say you attempted it. And I appreciate notes from mostly failing Sierra High Route attempt. I do appreciate that, Tally. So he left me no beta on Mather, which is alright. And Frozen Lake Pass. Bring your A game, one of the hardest parts of the Sierra High Route. Now, look, I agree with you that it's bad. Frozen Lake, I'm not gonna lie, it does look pretty hairy. But it looks positively delightful compared to Snow Tongue. Based on the contour lines, and then by delightful, I mean like completely delightful. So, going back at it, Tally, here's my takeaways. This is not to hit you hard here or be a jerk about this kind of thing. And that's not really my style. But I will say this. First of all, the high route, and I'm officially allowed to make some commentations, as I have done 4/5 of the high route at this point, plus Ritter. The high route requires guts. There is no, well, we'll see. There's just going and doing. No, like, well, we'll just see how it goes. Because it's too hard. It's too hard to say, well, we'll see how it goes. it hurts too bad. You have to want to see the other side of that ridge so bad that nothing is going to stop you. So, Tally, I appreciate the beta. I do. But the problem is all you told me is that Cirque Pass is fine. Grouse Lake and Goat Crest, which are gimmies, is fine. And you told me nothing about Frozen Lake, which is the only pass that actually matters in this entire show. So people, you got to know your own skills. You know, you have to know yourself. I will say that I was talking to my wife about this. That the high route is well, it's a lot like being married, I guess. You know, you don't know half the time if it's heaven or hell. You kind of prepare your whole life to be with that person. I mean, I've been mountaineering for 20 years, and I can tell you I have used almost every single piece of non-technical mountaineering experience that I have had. Glacier travel, even some Bergschrung stuff up on Ritter I messed around with. Kicking out ice steps. I mean, class 3, I mean, if you can't spend 12 hours straight on class 3, you don't belong on the high route. I'll just say that right now. And you need to do class 4, even 5th class stuff just because it's fun. When I was on Snow Tongue, I did like at least 7 or 8 5th class moves for sure. And it's because it's interesting. It's because it's fun. Is it dangerous? Of course it's dangerous. You know, it's not safe. But all this told me was that somebody without any real mountaineering experience. And Tally, I'm going to say, based on your notes, you sound like somebody who's like climbed Whitney or something, or done the JMT or something. This does not strike me as somebody who's even made an attempt on a middle Palisade. Or Shasta, even. Maybe the Mountaineers route on Whitney he's done. It's a bad route because they call it the Mountaineers route, but it's really just a steep hike. I actually take mild offense at the Mountaineers route title on Mount Whitney. Because going back at it, no real mountaineering skills are required. And by skills, I mean like having a harness and a belay set up and, you know, like you got your Grigri out and you're like, you know, you're doing your thing, you know. Of course, I don't really like that kind of mountaineering because that's like all technical. It's all gear related. It's not like you versus the shit. It's you and every contraption doodad bobbledanger versus the shit. And I just don't feel like it's honest. It doesn't feel honest to me. Callie, you sound like a guy who would double check somebody else's belay even though they said that they were good. You sound like somebody who doesn't actually know how to take any real risks. And you really sound like somebody who should not have tried the high route. You should have read the book, realized that your own skill set was going to be completely inadequate, And then just done the John Muir Trail and been happy with yourself. Why people are so determined to put themselves into situations that they hate, I don't know. So there you go. Tally, I'm not hating on you, but I am saying, did you read the book? Because if you read the book, you would have noted that at the end of every single section that Roper talks about, he then goes on to say, here's all the cool mountaineering stuff you can do while you're here. Now, he would only say that if he was assuming that you were going to not just do the high route to do the high route. And this is why I took general offense with Skurka not going up to the dome to get the overview of Desolation Lake and Mount Humphreys. Like, Roper had a vision for this thing. And the vision was that it was going to be this hike that would be incredibly, unfathomably difficult. But even in the middle of all that difficulty, you would opt to do some extra mountaineering. Because, hey, you're at the base of Mount Humphreys. My biggest regret on this trip, honestly, is not knowing how cool Mount Humphreys looked. Not seeing what a gorgeous mountain it is. And not giving Humphreys an attempt. I knew I needed 100 feet of rope to do it, which is why I didn't do it. That's the main reason. Jeez, man. It's like doing the SHR, doing the high route. Like, that's not, your skills should not be at the high route level. Your skills should be above the high route level so that while you're doing the high route, you can do these really cool other mountains. And that's what everybody's missing. Like, this thing, it spoon feeds you. By spoon feed, I mean like the world's most difficult method of spoon feeding. But it basically spoon feeds you next to the best climbs in all of the Sierras. It puts you next to the minarets. The Ritter and Banner and Matterhorn and Mount Conness and Mount Humphreys and the Palisades and Split, and then there's just, and then if you want to do Allen's southern one, then you can go all the way down to Ray Lakes. There's the Wenatchee Needle or Kircher Needle or whatever it is, and Russell and Williamson and Tyndall, and I guess Whitney is cool. I like doing Whitney. I think it's super fun. It's one of my favorite mountains to climb just because it is the highest. But I mean, crap, like if you're not going to do the extra mountains, if you don't come to the high route with the intention of doing mountaineering, if the route is your base level, then you're just going to get your ass kicked. Like, and yeah, this year is harder probably than most years. But let's be honest. Let's really be honest here. He's blaming everything on snow. Right? Class 2 slabs impassable due to wide moats. Snow bridge across lake outlet has collapsed. Other descents to lake require Class 3 exposure over steep snow and bad runout. More snow. I don't know. Tally, maybe you can send a 511C, but you can't walk across snow. If you can't walk across snow, this just goes back to it. If you cannot walk across snow, then what are you doing out here? 230-something% snowpack? What are, like, you're talking about problems that should be solved by like the beginner level mountaineering class. If you are that poor on snow, then what are you doing out here? Just because you want to tell your friends I gave the high route a try? That's why I said it's like marriage. Like, you're committed to the route. It's not like I went up there and I tried to see if I could, like, look up the high route skirt or something, you know? It's a life-changing experience. When you want a life-changing experience, you got to pay a life-changing price. And it sounds to me, Tally, like you were not willing to pay any kind of price. Not even the price of, like, moderate, steep snow walking. Now, the question is that this guy's beta is totally useless. So I'll let you know why it's totally useless. If I'm coming from the south to here, I will have already experienced everything on this list, making it useless. So this list only has value to me, or someone like me, going north to south. The problem is that all he has said to me is that Skurka Pass is perfectly fine. But as far as getting into Ducey Basin, crossing Knapsack Pass, crossing Pollock Pass, he said nothing about any of that. So totally useless. Like, you cross two passes. Goat Lake Pass, or Grouse Lake Pass and Goat Crest Saddle. You climbed up to Skurka Pass, did not go over the other side. And you did Mather. And then you found your way to these Adirondack chairs where you proceeded to write a passive-aggressive sticky note. It's not very passive-aggressive, I guess, but you get the point. It's like you just wanted to see it. You just wanted to see what it was going to be like. It's just, where's the love of the game, bro? Where's the mountain was there, so I had to climb it spirit? Where's the savage mountain spirit, like in Les Mis? Where's the John Muir, nature is calling and I must go? Like, where's the ferocity, the tenacity, the guts? Now, my wife reminds me all the time that vaginas are much stronger than testicles. So where's the vag, man? Where's your strength? What kind of experience are you birthing? I would just die. I would literally die to see the look on Tally's face when this party summits Snow Tongue Pass and looks down the other side. It is the scariest looking thing that when I realized I'd climbed it, my mind was just blown. But to look down it and realize that I have to down climb this with no beta and packs. The other interesting thing is that I walked past this group. Maybe they didn't think that I was cool enough or something with my cool hat. You know what I mean? My little Samwise cup dangling off my pack. I look kind of like a miner. I realize now with my beard and my burned cup and my hat. I'm missing a pick. Or a pickaxe or... I'm a mountaineer, so maybe an ice axe. I'm not sure what he would have done with an ice axe, though. Like, would he have cut steps with an ice axe? You don't really cut steps with ice axes, for the record. It's not like you kick steps. You don't cut steps. And as far as crampons go, class 3, the definition of class 3 is if you fall, you will not die. It's steep, but if you fall, you will not die. Class 4 is it's steep, and if you fall, you will die. But the climbing is not difficult. Not technically difficult, but if you fall, you will die. So, what he's really saying is alpine start's essential. Now, I've learned that one the hard way as well. But by saying ice axe essential, he's basically saying safety blanket essential. Ridiculous. Alright, well, notes from a mostly failing Sierra High Route attempt. Thank you, Tally, for telling me legitimately nothing useful. I like the sticky note though, by the way, it's pretty sweet.